Hello once again, watchers of good TV. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my white room. This is the beginning of my summer set of TV show reviews, and it's New Girl. Season 3, this is a finale that I didn't realize was the finale until I saw it on Hulu. So, let's talk about it. Just for the record, I'm going to talk about the entire season in one go. I'm not really going to talk about the ending in the end of the video like I would for a few of these that are coming up. So just know that if you are going to watch this, make sure you have finished Season 3 of New Girl, and we should be good. Just get into the beginning of it. At the end of Season 2, we have two kind of more or less cliffhangers that happen. First off was Jess and Nick deciding that they were going to be a couple and they were going to go for it and try and make it work. And then we also had Schmidt, who is trying to balance two women at the same time, Cece and Elizabeth. Very quickly into the season, we see that Nick and Jess are working, they're getting along fine. They have the normal relationship issues. In the first episode of the season, they decide to go to Mexico and just try to avoid everything that could possibly break them up, obviously, if they come back. It's very comical, the situations that they get into over the course of the season, because it kind of tests their relationship, and we see kind of the sides of both these characters that would be something that is brought up in these situations, and they react in terms of how they would react in normal situations, except that they're in a relationship now. With Schmidt, obviously, he gets found out because he has been trying to date both women at the same time. He loses both women, and over the course of the season, he is essentially just trying to win Cece back as she starts to date other men. Coach, being one of them. Coach is a new character which is introduced in this season, and he originally shows up because he has a breakup with his girlfriend, and he needs the guys for comfort, and he ends up kind of just staying there and chilling with them. I think he left for a few episodes, and then he came back, and then he was there for the remainder of the season. But he is a really good character. He's a funny character, and he's an interesting character to add to the show and kind of dive into this world that is New Girl. So yeah, that's kind of the majority of the season. Towards the very end, so this is kind of, I guess, spoiler-esque stuff now. Towards the very end of the season, we have Jess and Nick break up. This is something which I was kind of annoyed with, just for the fact that we have spent 2 seasons getting them together. We know that there's chemistry. We know that there is sexual tension between them, and yet now that they're together, they last majority of a season together, we see that it can work, they break them up. And that's just kind of annoying. I really don't want this show to pull like are they going to be together, are they not going to be together? Because we know that there's still feelings behind this. We know, at least I, in my opinion, have the prediction that they will end up together by the series finale. It's just how the show goes. There's 2 characters that are set to be together, and one of them is Jess and Nick, and then the other one is Schmidt and Cece. Those are 4 characters who are going to end up together regardless of what happens. So it's just really a matter of dragging it out. I would really like to see the show put these 4 people together, have them stay together, and then just continue the show. Keep putting them in situations which test the relationship, but, I mean, don't break them up, or else you're just kind of allowing yourself to repeat what is already happening and just repeating the build-up into that, because my guess is sometime in season 4 of the show there is going to be a point where they either kiss or hook up or something, and then they'll have a few episodes where it's all confusing. I don't know what's happening, and that's my guess, at least. But besides that bit of it, I did enjoy the season of New Girl. It really doesn't do anything different than what it has been doing in the first place. Winston is still a very comical character. Cece is very interesting as a character. She has some character development in this season as well in terms of her career. She goes from being a model to a bartender, and so that's a really interesting transition. And by the end of the season, she is dating a 20-year-old guy, which is really interesting. I don't see that lasting at all, but we'll see how far it goes. I guess the finale was kind of interesting because it reunited Nick and Jess. It's like, oh, we can still be friends, even though we're exes, because that's kind of obvious. I mean, the cruise was interesting enough, but, I mean, it felt like a normal episode. If I hadn't known it was the season finale, I would have guessed it was just another episode of the season. And then the only real change which happened at the end was the fact that Nick and Schmidt were going to room together and I guess have bunk beds or something in season 4. That I guess will just create a new host of problems whenever Schmidt or Nick bring a woman home. But we'll see what happens in September. Those are my thoughts on New Girl Season 3. Like I said before, I enjoyed watching it. It was something that I could look forward to for 20 minutes the next day on Hulu. And so, yeah, that is my thoughts on that. Leave your thoughts on New Girl Season 3 in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. What are your predictions for Season 4? I would love to hear that as well. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it. And make sure to go buy my short story called The Bridge down in the description down here. There will be a link there for you to click on and go to the site on Amazon to buy it. And then make sure to subscribe so that you can see all the TV show reviews I'll be doing for the next week or so, because that's when all the season finales are happening. So, yay. Lots of videos coming. As always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.
She's all alone again, wiping the tears from her eyes. Some days he feels like dying. She gets so sick of crying.